These were the primary concerns.
Right, and when Prime Minister spoke on the budget, ma'am, the very first statement he made was how the budget is meant for the deprived sections. Now, as the pandemic and its impact gets over, what does the road ahead then look for this deprived, weaker sections? What does the budget offer to give them wings to go forward?
Well, to start with, it gives the free to ensure that their businesses are supported, their education is supported, the opportunities which are available for them to skill themselves is also given enough provision. So the SC, ST, OBC, backward, general backward and other backward are all kept in mind when we plan a scheme. And this time particularly, one opportunity was fully seized in that you all are aware that for all the schemes, whether it is the Awas Yojana, whether it is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, or whether it is the LED bulbs in streets, Swalamban, each one of them, our focus is to have saturation achieved. In that every eligible person for that one particular category should be extended the facility.
Right.
And that saturation is also now taking a double drive when we say we focus on the aspirational districts, which are about 114, and in those aspirational districts, particularly for the SC, ST, OBC and the backward, we are making sure that well-developed state, there can be a district where the facilities have not reached as much, and even within that district, which is the aspirational district, there could be some who belong to these weaker sections who have not received any. So the focus is going to the last point and making sure that all these schemes will reach those bundles where we were talking about 116, 114 aspirational districts and reaching eligible population there with the schemes which are all funded by the center. We have now identified 500 blocks even further down from the districts and saying that in those blocks we will aim at saturation. In other words, the ultimate beneficiary, if he is eligible for any one scheme and if he is remaining untouched, we will reach out to him as well. So one, the scheme, all these schemes are aiming at the weaker sections, and particularly within them the SCs and STs and OBCs. Then we went with the focus of even within this, one highlight of this budget, some of the primitive tribes, they may be in one or two districts. They may or may not be districts which are aspirational, but yet because they are primitive tribes, there was this very clear feeling in the Tribal Affairs Ministry that even saturation for them may not reach as much as you would want. So specifically to saturate all such programs for the primitive groups, which may vary from one state to another. There may be one set of primitive tribes in one state, but in another state there may be just one who's of tribal schools for whom 38,000 teachers are being recruited, so that those schools which are prevalent and which will be set up, other staff are also being recruited.
Right. Ma'am, if you talk about the vision of what's at the highlight of the budget, the manner in which it is cascaded